welcome back to my channel. So today I have a new launch to test out by Makeup Revolution. That is why I have a blank canvas. I'm gonna be playing with a few different items here. Let me show you guys really quickly. These are the items in which I have picked up. These three are new items. The concealer has been kind of talked about here on YouTube for a little while, and I just kind of wanted to test it out for myself and let you guys know if this is really any good. Now, new launches were actually really requested in my giveaway. I put a question that was, what do you want to see on my channel? And I have gotten so many great responses, and I just want to say thank you so much. The giveaway is still live, so boop, boop, whichever corner it pops up, hit that little eye, head over to the giveaway video, click the link down below in that video, and it'll take you to the giveaway. And the only requirement is that you are subscribed. The other ones are bonus entries. So if there is any suggestions that you guys have, leave it in that giveaway video suggestions or leave me a comment down below here. I love your guys' feedback and what you want to see. And I'm definitely taking all your suggestions to heart, and I'm going to be putting all of those videos out there. I'm not going to be able to put it out there that quick, but I am going to be working on it, and I am going to be able to get you guys those videos that you are requesting. But back to this video. The first egg I got was the gold egg. So inside of here you do receive 5 shadows and 2 highlights. 3 of the shadows are mattes and 2 of the shadows are shimmery. Both of the highlights are very shimmery, and I will show you guys swatches in just a second. The next egg is the dragon egg. This egg you do receive 3 shimmers and 2 mattes, along with 2 highlight shades. I then also picked up their new concealer, the Conceal and Define in C3, and their new large bronzer in Natural. Those were the new items I picked up. I felt like everything was pretty reasonably priced. Everything on Makeup Revolution's website is very affordable. So actually what I think I'm gonna start with is showing you guys the full swatches of these so you guys can really see what they look like outside of the pan. Let's start with the gold egg. I'm gonna be starting down at the bottom, going boom, 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 and then 2 highlights. And now for the 2 highlighting shades. Whoa, those are beautiful. So in the gold egg, these top 2 are supposed to be the highlight shades. Now what does that top gold one remind you of? That honestly looks like they are coming for Trophy Wife, in my opinion. I do wish I had Trophy Wife to compare it to, but I never picked it up. I went in stores and I swatched it, and then I kind of didn't get it because I was thinking it wasn't really gonna suit my skin tone. I'm very fair, and I felt like I would just get a very harsh yellow stripe across my face, so I never got it. So if you have been on the hunt for a dupe for Trophy Wife, you might want to check this one out. But those were the swatches of that egg. Let me wipe my arm off, and then let's jump in the dragon egg. Alright, same rhythm. I'm gonna start and go boom, 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 and then 2 highlight shades. And there is the dragon egg. There was the Easter egg swatches. So I'm honestly really impressed by how creamy they are to the touch. The metallic shadows and the highlights in here just felt like butter, and they honestly swatched so beautifully. I'm really impressed so far. And can we just talk about how adorable it is to have eggs as palettes? I don't know how nobody thought of this. I would love to be able to get some of these on Easter, like buy the entire set and then just like place them around my house and just be like, oh my god, adult Easter. I get makeup. Okay, enough talking about the packaging. Let's dive into applying these eyeshadows, but first, I need to put my hair back. Much better. Let me scoot you a little bit closer. Oh man, you won't be able to see the ears as I'm... So what I'm going to be doing is kind of mixing between these 2 little eggs, testing out the shadows and all of that, especially because I got the dragon egg thinking that maybe I could create a full look with it, but there's only 2 matte shadows inside of here. You get the red one and the kind of brown one up here at the top. And I mean, there's no real transition shade to kind of balance things out a little bit. These 2 down here at the bottom are very shimmery, so they are not any kind of transition shade, at least not for me. So what I'm gonna be doing is taking from the gold egg, I'm gonna be taking this shade up here as my transition shade to kind of help balance things out a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and dunk into this one. This is going on really nicely, actually. I'm very impressed so far. This is a great transition color. By the way, the brush that I used was a Wet n Wild crease brush. Next, I am gonna be dunking into this little matte red shade and placing that a little bit below the transition shade. And for this one, I did use a very light hand when picking it up, just so that way I didn't pick up too much product. Dipping into it one more time. By the way, this was the Morphe Y19. So I might just attempt to dip into it a few more times and deepen up that color a little bit. Feel like I know where I want to go with this look now. I usually figure out what makeup look I'm doing once I kind of get started, once I start applying a couple of shadows. I feel like my creativity just kind of takes over. I would go into this one if I'm just creating this look alone to kind of deepen up the outer corner, but I want to use a couple more shadows from the gold palette. I might take this brown shadow right here and take it in the outer corner, try to build up some more depth. So for that, I'm gonna be dipping in with my Morphe Y15. Oh wow, that is really beautiful. Very nice, rich brown. I'm taking a clean Wet n Wild crease brush and I'm just gonna kind of try to blend the shadows together. Why not? We're here, let's go for it. Let's dip into this matte shade as well and deepen up the outer corner even more. Man, that was dark. I like it. Taking the Wet n Wild brush again. The thinking is I'm gonna be using this shade from the Dragon Egg. I'm gonna be applying it using a dry brush at first, then a wet brush, then a fingertip. So I'm taking my MAC 248. Okay, that is not bad with a dry brush. Let's go ahead and take some setting spray, see if that helps. I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix, sticking with the theme, then dipping into the shadow. And that is beautiful. That definitely gave it more of a foiled look. I am gonna attempt to go in with my fingertip also, just to kind of see. My favorite method is to always go in using my fingertip with these kind of metallic shimmery shades. I feel like it helps pick up so much better on your fingertip than a dry brush or a brush with Fix Plus or any kind of setting spray. For the inner corner, I'm actually gonna try to add this shade, which is the highlight shade in the Gold Egg. I'm gonna take it on my teeny tiny Makeup Geek pencil brush and then apply it. Okay, so now that we see how this whole eye looks, I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit lighter. This is very much a kind of gold bronze. That was this shade right here. Very beautiful, but the look I'm going for, I'm kind of thinking I might layer on top with this shade. I mean, it's a good test to see if they're buildable as well. So I'm gonna take the opposite side of the MAC brush I used earlier. There we go, that's more what I was thinking. That is actually really beautiful layered on top. I'm gonna finish this one up, zoom you out guys out, and then we'll get started with the face. And just like that, I am back. I finished up the other eye. It does look a little bit crazy right now. I have no eyeshadow here on the bottom. I have no mascara on, no lashes, none of that. I did, however, try to save some time, and I applied a few more products while I was off camera, and I'm just gonna tell you guys about it really quickly. So I added some liner, and I used the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper Black. And then I went ahead and did my foundation, and I used my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. My absolute favorite, use it every time. And my new obsession, woo, this is dirty. The Revlon Insta Filter Foundation. I have a little review, boop, right there in case you guys want to see the review on that one. And I applied some lipstick from the Kokie Cosmetics Lip Powder Palette. I used the third shade from the left, mixed in with a little bit of the second shade. And now that you're all caught up to speed, I am going to be testing out the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. Here is what a quick swatch of C3 looks like. Also, just to show you guys, they also went in the route of the large doe foot applicator. I think Tarte started a revolution. Get it? Pun? Makeup revolution? Okay, terrible mom joke. And I'm gonna go completely ham with this. I'm gonna do the under eyes, I'm gonna do the nose, the forehead, and the chin. Now that we have our war paint on, let's blend this out. One thing I will say about this concealer, it is very hard to shade match yourself on their website. They do have arm swatches with a couple different skin tones as a picture, but even then, I mean, the shades look very similar, so it's kind of hard to tell. I kind of just went with my best guess and went kind of light in the shades, which honestly, it's blending out really nicely, and I think it was a pretty good shade match. Quick update for the concealer. So the swatch I did earlier has dried down right here, and here's a fresh new swatch. So that is another thing to keep in mind, that the concealer is gonna oxidize just the tiniest bit. Woo, I'm pale. Oh man. Well, there it is, all blended out. I think it looks really nice so far. Really quickly, set everything. I'm gonna use my RCMA No Color Powder and set everywhere I place the concealer, making sure I don't set any creases. Taking my EcoTool sponge and just pressing in the powder. All right, now that everything is completely set underneath my eyes, I am gonna be finishing up the eye makeup. I'm gonna be doing kind of the same process. I'm gonna start with the transition shade all the way across, then the cranberry shade, and then the deeper colors out in the edge to kind of connect with the outer corner, and then apply my mascara and some false lashes. So I will be right back. And I'm back. I completed the under eyes exactly how I told you guys before. I said I'd be right back. But let's keep it moving. Let's try out the last product I have, which is the large bronzer in Natural. I feel like I look very one-toned right now. I need to give myself a little bit of warmth, a little bit of depth. So my go-to bronzer I use every day is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula in Light Bronzer. As you guys can tell, I have hit pan on this baby. I use this every day. So this needs to come close to this one or I'm not having it. Which I just swatched the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer right here, and here is the Makeup Revolution one. They are pretty similar. The Makeup Revolution one is definitely a step lighter than the Physicians Butter Bronzer. Normally I would contour before I add a bronzer, but I kind of want to see if we can do just bronzer today so we get a good visual idea of how the bronzer looks. This may be the pale person's dream bronzer because it is so light that you can really get a nice even bronze without going muddy too fast. Bronzer is on, and I'm really enjoying this. I felt like it gave a very nice, beautiful look to the skin, very kind of glowy, bronzy. Now for highlight, I am going to be taking my Smith 112 brush. I'm going to be dipping into the Dragon Egg, taking this top highlight shade and highlighting the cheekbones. Wow, that is a really beautiful light gold shimmer to your cheekbones. Absolutely love that. That is really nice. So today I'm not actually going to be able to do any kind of check-ins. Unfortunately, I have some places to be, so I won't be able to bring my camera with me, and I don't think I will be able to film when I get back because it is going to be very dark. So for the concealer, if you guys want to know if it creased, if it looks cakey, if it, you know, flakes around or anything like that, moves around the product during the day, Check out my description box right below this video. I will leave the full details in the box below. I will be wearing it all day, taking detailed notes about it. So just check that out and see what my thoughts were of it at the end of the day. I'm very sorry that I can't do check-ins, but sometimes I just can't. The bronzer, I mean, you guys just heard me. I think this is a great bronzer. They do have a lot more shades as well. They do go a lot deeper. This is the lightest bronzer in which they have, but they do have, I think it's 3 more. They have, I'm looking here on their website, tan, sun, and dark. So they have a lot more darker shades than this one. Absolutely recommend this one, and it only costs $5.39. I'm on board. Pass all the way. Now, for the egg palettes, these are so gosh darn adorable. The only thing I will say is the matte shades, it is definitely quite a bit of fallout, so that's just something to keep in mind if you really hate fallout. However, the actual pigmentation, the blendability, all of that, super impressed. Everything went on so smoothly. I had no issues with any kind of skipping on my eyelids. Everything just went on really like a dream. I felt like these blended out really beautifully. The metallic eyeshadows went on so buttery and creamy and were really pigmented even with a dry brush. I was honestly kind of shocked. Normally, even with a dry brush, it doesn't usually go on the lid, but with these ones, they actually picked up. And the highlight shades in here are absolutely stunning. And I think it's really cool that you kind of get a dupe for the trophy wife inside of the gold egg. One thing to keep in mind is to definitely kind of pick and choose. They have a few eggs on their website, so make sure you are looking at the description box and reading what each one has. Since some have more matte shadows and some have more shimmery shadows, I think one of the eggs actually has 4 shimmers and 1 matte. So just keep that in mind about the eggs. But the eggs, 100% stamp of approval, bronzer, stamp of approval, concealer, see the description box. That was it for today's video. I really hope that you guys liked my review on these eggs, the bronzer, the concealer. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe down below. I post 2 beauty-related videos twice a week, and I currently have my 1K giveaway going on, so make sure you check that out, hit the I, or I'll leave a link down below in the description box as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.